I'm going to ask you two questions because I can see that book on your nightstand behind you. What do you think of Mandalorian becomes the question. It's
I love it.
yeah, I see Ahsoka Tano holding her dual lightsaber, so I have to ask, what do you think of the Mandalorian?
I love it. I know a lot of people didn't like that, her Leku were shorter, but I know that they did it more for like, she could do more stunts if they were shorter. Because I know some of the other actresses that have played characters
Mm-hmm.
with Lake said they were really heavy and they wouldn't have been able to do stunts in it. So I mean, it makes sense that they're shorter, even though it doesn't really go with the lore.
Yeah, my one problem is anytime you do a cartoon to live action interpretation, the characters seem to get depowered because she's a major war hero, an immensely powerful force user, and you can't show her doing 90% of the things she could do in a cartoon because it just doesn't translate well into live action. But ultimately, I think they did a great job. Rosario Dawson did a great portrayal of like an older Ahsoka Tano.
Oh yeah, I loved it. And then I'd watched Rebels and Clone Wars, so it was really cool seeing all those little Easter eggs
Mm-hmm.
in there and
What
those characters coming back and the dark saber and all that. A lot of my family watches it too, but they didn't watch the cartoons. They were like, "Oh, those were for kids." I was like, "Well, you're not going to know the stuff that's going on because that was all canon."
Yeah, yeah. Clone Wars was for kids. Let me tell you about that. Let me tell you exactly about that.
Well, I was talking to some family and they were like, "How do you know their names? They haven't said their names yet." And I was like, "Because I watched the shows." I think like one of the ones in question was Bo-Katan. They hadn't
Oh
said
yeah.
her name. And they were like, "How do you know her name?" I was like, "'Cause she's at the cartoons." Like, I've definitely seen her before. And they were like, "But how do you know it's that character?" I was like, "She looks exactly the same."
So one of my only other problems with Mandalorian, and it's something stupid simple, and Cool Walker actually tagged me on it recently. It was kind of funny because someone brought it up.
Is it the trackers?
No, that's whatever. It was more of like the so spoilers to anyone who hasn't seen. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to like mute me for a minute. All right, time's up. That's actually less than 5 seconds. During the final scene, when he's handing over Baby Yoda, or the kid or the child, whatever you want to call him, he doesn't hand him the silver ball. That's it.
Yeah,
Just that subtle thing.
you should have done that. I felt the same way.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad. I know I'm crazy, but not that kind of crazy.
I mean, he literally saved it from like the wreckage
Oh
and
yeah.
then like he didn't give it to him. I thought that's what they were gonna do whenever he got it back. I just thought about that.